So hey everybody, welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz. Jack and Letty are still in Lake Jackson because I'm still doing the social distancing stuff. Just to be sure, like I don't want to be anything. I have horrible luck. I'm horrible, clumsy. I don't want to be responsible for that. Oh, that guy went out and everybody got sick and died because of him. So I'm recording this on May the 4th, so forgive me, but it's Star Wars Day, so I'm wearing my Saint Vader shirt instead of my big stuff. So that's very cool. Y'all will be getting this on the Revenge of the Sixth, so that's very cool. So today I'm going to make something. I just made it the day before yesterday for the first time. I'd always heard about it. I'd always got it at Bennigan's back in the day, if you've ever been to that chain. It's a Monte Cristo sandwich, man. It is a fried ham and cheese sandwich with like sugar and jam on it. Like, right? Fat boy and me's like, yeah. So we're going to show you how to do that, man. I figured it out with some help from our buddy Crom over in the Kingdom of the Wetlands, which is really nice. So shout out to him. He was really helpful. So before we get into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe to all the YouTube things, ring the little bell, wherever the fuck that thing's at. You get notifications when we do this, and let's get into it. Alright, this looks like a stuff, and it's not. I mean, it's sandwich stuff and a little bit extra. So, you're going to need some bread. Just got regular old bread. You're going to need some cheese. I use the white cheeses, so I got like provolone and Gouda. I tried it with cheddar. It's okay, but I prefer the white stuff. So, ham. Got black forest ham. It's a little wet, but it'll work. And you're going to need this batter stuff. It's just like regular like pancake or waffle mix. I got in a bag to keep the bugs out. You're going to need some water for that. I think it's like 1 cup, just a little bit, not too much. And then to dress it, they only make these big ass bags. Gonna need some powdered sugar, keeping that thing, and some raspberry jam. Raspberry, you gotta find this stuff. It is really good. It's completely worth going to find just the raspberry stuff. So you're gonna need a little bit of oil. Almost left this out. You're gonna need a little bit of oil because we're frying it, right? So lay out your bread. Like we got 4. This is all donated by my buddy Patronicus. He can shout it from up there at Conroe. Very much appreciate that. So you want to put your cheese out on this. Now, you want to do this a few hours before or the night before and lay it out, and you're going to put it in the fridge. So you want to lay this out, and you want to set up where it's bread, cheese, meat, cheese, bread, right? Like you want the cheese there. It'll help bond to that stuff. Now, the big problem I found with ham is it comes in this big-ass rectangles, right? Doesn't quite fit. So if you offset one and curl one edge, and offset the other and curl the edge the other way, it kind of covers it, and it's like an equal meat distribution thing. So as I've had people tear it off or just cut it off or just leave it hanging out of the sides. Doesn't really work. Now this is where you put that cheese on there. Do it. Don't use condiments, right? You put it on here, and then I smash the crap out of mine because I generally don't cool mine. So I just smash it, help bond that cheese to everything in there. Now you can take saran, or you can get Ziploc bags, saran wrap the crap out of it, put it in the fridge, let it rest overnight for an hour or so. Now when you're ready, go ahead and start making this stuff. Now I think I used about a 1/4 cup of the mix here. Now you're gonna have to just mix this like here just until it's nice and thick but not too runny, right? Get you a fork or a whisk or something, and then add a little bit of water. Like I started with 1 cup, I ended up using about a 1/4 of that as well. Now it's gonna get, it looks really runny, but as soon as you get in there, man, it thickens up real fast. Make sure to scrape it all off the sides. You don't want that dry stuff on the edges. So you just beat the ever-living crap out of it until you get it all. Now it gets this nice thin stuff. You can pull the fork out. There's not like chunks stuck in the tines. You're good. If it's not, add more water. If it's too runny, add a little bit more powder. Right? You want to get this done right. You want it nice and thick so it covers your sandwich. Okay? So now you got that part. Set that over to the side. Right? It's nice and runny. We're nice and thick, sorry. So I looked out and I got a skillet that's just about the size of a sandwich, right? So it fits perfect. So what you want to do is put enough oil just to cover the bottom of this, right? Because you're going to fry it and it's going to cook on the sides. If you put too much oil, the bread will soak it if you don't put enough batter on it, and it makes it really unpalatable. It's really nasty. Sorry about my arm there. So heat that up. Try not to put the plate that's here. Had these out, had them in a thing. Just go ahead and pull them out of their Ziploc prisons. Right? Nice and squished. not like completely obliterated. Like it looks like I'm squishing the crap out of them, but so set those apart and then set up your plate because you want your secret weapon because you're going to be frying something. Get you a paper plate, put it on, or I'm sorry, paper towel, put it on a paper plate. And then you're going to need spatulas or tongs to kind of maneuver stuff because this is going to get really messy. Now, I apologize. Like, this is warm. Now, you can always test it by dropping a little bit in there. You can kind of see what I did to see if the oil was warm enough. Now, this part gets messy. I'm sorry about this frame. I thought I had this zoomed in a little better, so I'm going to walk you through it. Just take it and put it right down in the batter. right? If you cooled it and you smash it enough, it will stick together. Sometimes the bread gets a little floppy when you go to flip it around, but you want to make sure it's nice and coated. You want to coat those edges, because when you coat the edges, it stops that oil from soaking into there. So, like, see, just kind of pat it down. Now, this is where I use my tongs, because I've done it with just my bare hands, and it gets everywhere. So just keep doing it that way. When you're ready and it's hot enough, just put it right in there. Now, if it's spattering and it's going all over the place, it's too hot, turn the oil down. This is about a medium at the highest, and I think I turned it down a little bit. You kind of see where it's bubbling, but it's not splattering. That's exactly what you want. I gave it about 2.5 minutes, and you can kind of see on the edges. Now, use a spatula or tongs. I'm showing you how to use a spatula. Make sure to get all the edges, because that bread will rip, because it kind of sticks to the bottom. All right, let's kind of flip it over. Now, try to flip it away from yourself, because there's still hot oil in there. Right, and remember, this top isn't warm, so you can just kind of put your finger in there and put it down. See, it's got a nice golden brown color to it. It doesn't really come through on my camera. I apologize. But that took 2.5 minutes. You can do it a little darker if you want. About 3 minutes, 3.5. I wouldn't go any further than that. And just rinse and repeat. You do the rest, right? So you get it nice and brown. You know, all nice. Now, it'll stick. Be careful with your spatula. Get it nice and brown. Put it on your secret weapon, that paper towel, right? Like I am just selling stock of paper towel. And then just rinse and repeat. Do the next one. Just, bloop, just put it in here. I don't know. There might be a little better angle here. You can kind of see what I did. I kind of pushed the edges down in the batter. If you get there and you don't have enough batter, just make a little bit more. If you go to put it in and there's not enough, well, just add a little bit more. It's not that big a deal. Like there, right there. I just showed where the bread kind of folded up. Just fold it back down. It's not career ending. It's not dinner ending. And here you go. So I'm going to show you how to plate it, man. So you get you a nice knife, and you want to be fancy. You're going to cut it diagonally. Go to diagonally there, and get it nice and cut it all the way to the plate. Like I always screw up and always leave that last part. Kind of split it a little bit so you can kind of see the inside. More meat, melted cheese, kick ass. Now get your fork and just put it in the powdered sugar, and now put it over there, and you just tap it, and it sieves it down in there. It sieves some onto your countertop or your stovetop too, so I apologize. So get that, and then get you just a big old wad of this raspberry stuff and put it in front. You don't want to smear it on top. You want to do that while you're eating it, and just put it right down there. That sells it. It's so weird that it's a ham sandwich and you're putting raspberry jam on it, but trust me, the jam makes this meal. Do this, and it is excellent. Ta-da! So yeah, there you have it. And I think at the most, this was like $7. Super cheap. It's fancy. A lot of the people that I know didn't know about it until I told them about it. This is an excellent meal. It is really filling. Try it. There you go. There you have it, guys. Monte Cristo sandwich, just like Bennigan's used to make, or your grandma if she really wanted you to be diabetic, whatever. This is an outstanding recipe. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, man. Put this out there. People didn't know this existed until I started talking about it the other day, apparently. A lot of my friends just didn't know what it was. So make sure your friends are like properly educated. Be sure to send this out there. You can also find us YouTube, man. We get all kind of stuff. I know it's quarantine. We're kind of doing the pandemic pantry kind of thing where we're doing this at my house. I apologize. Hopefully that'll be up soon. But man, you can find us on YouTube all the time, but we upload on Tuesdays and Fridays as best as we can. But you can also find us on Pinterest. I've been uploading stuff over there. Patreon, if you want to help us out, thank you very much. We're both at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen there, as well as on Facebook. We do a lot of updates there, and I've been doing some live stuff there, so check us out there. Also, Instagram. We do our Instagram because we're cool like that. We haven't done any of the TikTok stuff yet. So you can find us at Living Between over on Instagram, man, and we will see you next time, man. Thanks again. May the 4th be with you, or the Revenge of the 5th, I guess it's today. So Empire rules.